Go?
Yes, go.
Okay, action. Here we are, Steve El Topo Mayeda, Red Mole, the first ever. And I'm Peter Murphy, and oh my gosh, you just got off the stage of the 21 Convention, London, Europe, and you're wet. My God, look at him. Before we release the videos, this will come out. Tell everybody briefly what you spoke on.
Well, we were talking about the sexual life, which is, to live life through sexuality, which isn't necessarily just to have sex. So basically, the speech is, I guess, like two parts. So the first part is just going into kind of like the concepts about sex and sexuality, which is to say, there's sex, there's seduction, and there's sexuality. And the problem is oftentimes we define those in some weird ways. So sex is an action, seduction is a process, sexuality is a result of that action. So oftentimes that I see in the community, people are, define themselves, their sexuality, their presence, the way they interact with women, what they want, what they're attracted to, is defined purely by the action of sex or the different concepts. Especially just around the world and the, kind of like how Western culture is moved itself as, sex is a thing that everybody talks about, but at the same time it's commodified and just not something which is natural, and it's the most normal thing. In fact, I think seduction is what influences socializing. We've had society for 10,000 years. Yeah. We've had humanity for 3 million. So.
And as you speak about that, you're a really social guy, so you've been able to chat with everybody, bar none, speakers, attendees, homeless men in the street.
That's right, yeah.
And, what do you like most about the variety at the 21 Convention?
The 21 Convention, the thing is people see the videos online, which are great, and it's a necessary component and a massive influence, but in the convention is completely different. You get to interact with people, and that's the moment where things happen, and that is even the essence of seduction. It's you're exchanging with people, and you're interacting with people, whereas just on camera you're watching a speech and you're getting content and information and you get kind of a vibe about somebody. But when you actually work with somebody and sit face to face, that's when you make your real learning. And you get to know what everybody's about.
Right. And, it almost goes without saying, because you're a speaker, returning speaker, would you say you endorse the 21 Convention?
Of course, man.
Yeah.
I think that all the conventions are, it's so in a class of its own, it doesn't even compare. And, I'm in the pickup industry, and so it's like you compare it to these other things, and it's like a joke, man.
Right.
The other conventions either have too many speakers, too many illegitimate speakers.
Illegitimate children.
Illegitimate children. But this actually talks about much more. It talks about real life. It talks about business. It talks about personal growth. It talks about health. And I think the people that get the most benefits out of the convention that I've seen over the years, because I've seen it evolve, I've seen Anthony evolve, I've seen everybody that's involved in it evolve, speakers and whatnot, is they get so much out of the nutrition. They're getting so much, especially out of the business side. Like,
oh, that's...
Yes, just listen. That's a British accent. Basically, people get so much out of the overall experience, and that's something which I think the community does not see enough of. Is that there shouldn't just be people watching videos online. That's great. There shouldn't just be content. There shouldn't just be like a routine you do or a mechanic. But there should be a love for the experience and interaction. And that's what happens, man. I see people here. I've seen people. We had a guy who's been to the Orlando convention 2 years, and he flew to the London convention.
Right.
That's great. And you see these guys grow and change as a human being. And just talking to him, he's like, oh, when I first started, this was helpful, but now, I'm just trying to be, more mellow and live a lifestyle that I like. And they grow with it, and they grow with you, and that's what everybody watching this video can have.
And become dedicated to yourself.
Yeah. Assert yourself, man. Be proud of yourself. That's what it's all about.
Steve, thank you. This is Steve El Topo Mayeda. I'm Peter Murphy. You're you. See you guys next time. Cheers from London.